Today I'll be going over some features that the C4 Corvette had. This is the early version, 84 to I think it was 89 or 90. They changed over the body style a little bit and they changed the interior. This goes over the early version. I know you've probably seen a lot of videos on this car. This is basically showing some features that I think some of the videos left out. I wanted to add. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Boom. Okay, first off, number one, lighting. Lighting for this car was not that great. You had some footwell lights. You had on both passenger and driver side. And you had lights in the doors. These lights in the doors, most people don't know, you can actually turn on by pushing them in. I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So you shut the door. They also have timers on them. So I think there's like a minute to timer on these lights after the time you shut the door. It's about a minute. There it is. So while you're in the car, you can turn the lights on. The lights are turned on by pressing the light switch. So these lights have switches built in. They're activated when you press the button, press the light itself. So I'll demonstrate. So they did have this technology even in '86, believe it or not. There's a little lettering under that says push, and it works for both lights, passenger and driver side. Next up, steering wheel. So this steering wheel did have a telescoping and up and down adjustments. The telescoping adjustment was done by a lever here. Press the lever, and that's how you got the telescoping. Press it back down, and you can tighten it back up. In up and down motion, you have a lever on the side. You can press. You press the lever, and you have the up and down motion. Next, storage. So you would think this being a Corvette, you wouldn't have any storage in it. Well, you had a little bit of storage in this car back in '86, and the first one was here. You had a pretty deep little storage area. Little looks like a wall that ran around down the side of it, and this pretty big slot here. You can put a lot of stuff in here. Then you had storage in the passenger and the hatch. Okay, you lifted this knob up. It's pretty deep. I'll show you here. It's about 2 feet deep. You had a jack that was right here. And yeah, you can put a lot of stuff in there, man, believe it or not. On the passenger side. Then on the driver's side, you had new for '86. You had another storage compartment. You had a kind of a tray that went over this. That tray, I think I took off. Your ABS system. Yep, the ABS system was located behind the driver's side seat. See if we can focus in. It's a Bosch unit. Yep, straight from Germany. You had your computer. And you had a storage compartment on the left and the right, driver and passenger side. You also had a pretty deep hatch that you can put a lot of stuff in here. I forget what the cubic feet is. I think it's like 8 cubic feet or something. Excuse me. You had a little area here you can put miscellaneous coins and stuff. You did have a coin rack here. as you can see. And you had storage here. Boom. This tripped up, and you could put, you had two cup holders here. I'll get a different angle of that. Yeah, you had two cup holders. You had a lighter. So it was pretty good. You could put a lot of stuff in this car. These cup holders are pretty small. I don't even think you could put a can there. It has to be a pretty small drink. But what I do is I use this area here to support when I put a drink or anything down there. I put it here and it fits pretty well, right in between the seats. Try and get a better angle of that. But yeah, you can't put cup holders. They did have cup holders on this car. So that goes about it for the storage. You did have a couple little cubbies right here on the driver's side and passenger side. You could put stuff. That's about it as far as storage goes on the interior of this car. Parking brake. So the parking brake on this car was located right by the driver's door, left of your left leg. And this is it right here. So that's your parking brake. Next up on the interior, you did have a removable top. This top is not easy to take off. You have like 4 screws you need to take off. 4 torque head screws. There's one here, one on the passenger side, and you also have one here in front of the driver's side and one in front of the passenger side. So you have 4 screws to take this top off. Which usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes to take the top off. So you have oil pressure, oil temp, off. You have voltage, coolant temp, off. You have average mileage, instant mileage, off. You have range and trip range. Off. You have English or metric. And you have 2 resets. This is called an security system, I guess you would call it. They had a key for this, your steering wheel, and he had what they call a chip. This actually wasn't a chip. This was a resistor. If you put a voltmeter or an ohm meter across this, you'll get a resistance. Each stock has a different resistance. So this resistance needs to be enabled for the car to start. So whatever resistance is required for your key, they're numbered, would enable you to start the car. And that was part of the security system. And now that leads us to the hatch. Now, to access the hatch, they actually had 3 switches to access the hatch on this car. One here, in the armrest compartment, and you had 2 on the door. One switch here on the door on the driver's side, and you had 1 on the passenger side. Another part of the interior lighting they'd had in the back were these two lights they had in the rear hatch, or compartment lights. So yeah, so that was just a short overview of some of the features that this car had that that are in some of the videos that I've seen they didn't show. You know, pretty interesting to have. They had that stuff back in '86 for a car that old or this old to have those features. But yeah, so if you pick one up, or if you go look at one and check out those little details. But yeah, that about does it for this little video on some of the features that the '86 Corvette had. So I guess I'm gonna get going here.